2021 Entrepreneurship Laureate, Dr. Guna Muppuri. Dr. Guna Muppuri is an Indian Jamaican medical doctor and entrepreneur. He immigrated to Jamaica in 1992 and has lived there ever since. He has been instrumental in providing low-cost generic drugs to Jamaicans at a fraction of the cost of the branded versions. Today, Dr. Muppuri is CEO of the Bioprist Group, which rehabilitates and repurposes abandoned infrastructure into medical facilities, educational facilities, and institutions for medical tourism.
Saw myself as a kid playing as a doctor with my grandma and great-grandma. I would use a small, the sticks from the spine of the coconut leaf, using them as needles and injections, trying to treat them. My first day was on August 4th, 1986. I walked through the gate along with my father and my maternal uncle. And the rest is a history. I'm here in the Caribbean for the past 30 years, serving the Jamaican population as a medical professional, not only in the front line. I was in the front line, now I'm in the back scenes in the field of pharmaceuticals, trying to subsidize the drug costs for the betterment of the entire nation. But when I walked across the fence to the pharmaceutical arena, it was totally a new world for me. There was a precedent that was said that everyone who came here back in those days, they always used Jamaica as a springboard to migrate. And the next question I was asked is, are you going to bring your mama, papa, brother, sister, everybody to Jamaica and make your family business? My immediate answer was, I will never employ anybody from my family or even from my country of origin. I'll ensure that I'll employ everybody from Jamaica. Other than me and my lovely wife, nobody's employed to the company from India or from my family. I'm very proud to say this. As a doctor, I saw the patient's requirements. Then I wanted to assist them by subsidizing the drug cost. When I went to several manufacturing companies out of India, nobody knows what I can do and what my capabilities were, because everybody were seeing me as another doctor. Do you have a business background? I said, no. Family's in business? No. You have no background of business. You have no idea of pharmaceutical business. How are you going to do it? Well, I have the willpower. Finally, one particular company agreed, but they said that they will give something to me of their choice, not of my choice. The manufacturer said, okay, go ahead and sell them. That was a big task for me to sell. And I couldn't believe the first year was a nosedive. And everybody said that I am doomed, I'm out of the business. Although I was crashing down, I was able to sustain. This is where I must call my wife's name. She came forward, you know what, we are not going to die. You go ahead, I'm going to handle the operations for you. And I had to go from morning 7 until night 10 o'clock to my private practice, try to generate some revenues, start pumping into the business. It was not a bed of roses. It took almost 5 years for us to see light at the end of the tunnel. By the time the drug company started trusting my abilities, they noticed my willpower, they saw my passion. Finally, they agreed to give me a new set of dossiers. And today I can very proudly say that we have more than 400 drug registrations in Jamaica. When I was watching how the economics were changing, the economy of the country became very dynamic in the past decade, I started reading and hearing about this industry called business process outsourcing, BPO business. When I looked at BPO facilities, when I started understanding the language of BPO facilities, they were only offering the lower level jobs like customer service, basic call services, where our people, yeah, it's a good platform to start with, but they were not going to earn X amount over and above what was being paid to them. That's where I came up with this concept of Bioprist Knowledge Box. If you look at what we are currently doing, from BPO, we have transitioned into knowledge parks where we are now building a school of medicine, which is the Biopress Institute of Medical Sciences. We're going to produce intellectuals, health professionals, doctors, nurses, and all those people. Now, going one step further up, we want to build a state of the art US Joint Commission certified hospital, which I mentioned earlier on. That hospital will employ at least 1,800 people. And that med city is going to have other contingent services too, including assisted living facilities for the aging population. The Caribbean Excellence Award has completed the crown by becoming the jewel in the crown.
I am pleased to introduce Dr. Guna Muppuri, this year's winner of the Entrepreneurship Award.
It has given me an additional responsibility to carry forward this enterprise and spread it across the region. So it is both a motivation, a recognition, an honor, and a tremendous amount of responsibility. I came from nowhere. I came here with 2 main bags and 1 handbag to Jamaica in 1992. If I can do this, you all can do it. If every one of us can do it, can you imagine